Hey guys, I'm Glitter Valkyrie, and today we're going to pull on the Dawning Reality and Nifl banner. There are so many characters on this banner that we've waited such a long time for, and I am really excited to pull today. So we can talk about all these characters as we go along, but let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so plan today is going to be to pull basically all the focus colors, I think. I know that it's more efficient to pull everything, but I really do want to get Orochi and... Oh my goodness. We got Garrick. That is an amazing free pull. All right, let's check IVs. And he is plus HP. I will absolutely take that. That'll probably be a merge, and maybe we can get Nifl here too. But my most wanted character on this banner is actually the 4-star Orochi. She's a character that I've waited for a really long time for. I've talked about this before, but I am not a huge fan of Birthright for obvious reasons, being a Xander fan. But the one time that I did play it through, I used Orochi a ton. I loved her design, and I love her personality, and I really want to get her to plus 10 in Fae. So I'm really hoping that we can get at least one copy today. And as for the other characters, oh my goodness. We got 4-star Orochi. I am so happy to see her. That's amazing. Okay, let's check IVs. And she is plus HP minus attack. But you know what? Hopefully we can get like one more copy and merge out that Bane. But either way, I'm just so happy to see her. But getting back to the other characters on the banner, I think that my second most wanted is probably Nifl. I think that she's very powerful. I really like her art, and I had a ton of trouble with her when I played the Tempest Trials, so I would love to get her. And then I think that my next most wanted is probably Nyx, and that's just purely because I enjoyed her character when I played Conquest, and oh my goodness, we got another one. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Okay, let's check IVs. And she is not going to be minus attack. And plus res is actually going to be very good for her, I think. So I definitely want to give her some premium skills, and I am just so happy that I have a plus 1 Orochi. And I guess we haven't talked about the last character on the banner. We have Charlotte, and I know that she has been a long-awaited character for so many people. And I want to be honest, she's not a character that I enjoyed when I played Conquest, but I think that her fodder is absolutely amazing, and I'm so happy for all the people that have been waiting for her. So I am hoping to get like at least one copy. And I guess we've also gotten Benny as well. I was super happy to see him because he was a very sweet character, and I really enjoyed him in Conquest. I actually paired him with Charlotte. And we have that GHB with Arette too, so I'm really excited to see what they do with her. So overall, really good choices for the banner, and I'm just happy that Orochi is here. So I guess that kind of covers everyone, and we can go ahead and move on to some viewer questions. And as always, if I did not get to yours, I am so sorry, and I'll try to do it in a future one. And if you think of a question that you would like to ask me, just leave it in the comments with #question, and I will add your question to my list. So our first question today comes from Aphelion, and they ask, Magical Girls banner, yay or nay? And if yay, who would you like on it? So this is probably not very surprising, but definite yay for me. I love Magical Girl anything. And I think that a banner like that would be great with Sarah and Elise and, oh my goodness. Oh my gosh, we got Lysithea. That is an amazing pull. All right, let's check IVs. And she is plus speed. That's really good for her. So let's go ahead and back out. And getting back to the lucky question, I think that Larshell and Ninian would also be great characters on that type of banner. But thank you for that great question. And the next one that we have today comes from... Oh! Okay, we got Charlotte. That is great. Okay, let's check her IVs. And oh my goodness, she is plus speed. That's really good for her. So maybe I'll keep this one. I don't know. I really want to give Frenzy to my Lucina. We'll think about it. But getting back to this lucky question from Giratina Light, they ask, do you like Sanagi from Path of Radiance and Radiant Dawn? And what do you think of her development as a character in Radiant Dawn? Okay, so Sanagi is a character that I actually really enjoyed. When I first met her in Path of Radiance, I thought she was honestly a little bit bratty. But when I learned her story and everything that she had going on, I definitely felt some sympathy for her. And I do think that she grows over the course of 2 games. So I do like her, and I would love to see more alts of her in the future. So that's kind of how I feel about her. But thank you for that great question. And the next one that we have today comes from Danilo Rucci, and they ask, for which characters would you like a dancer alt? I've talked about this before, but I absolutely love dancers. They're one of my favorite unit types to use. So it would make me so happy if we could have a dancing Claude. Oh! Oh my goodness, we got another one. That's amazing. All right, let's check this one. Oh my goodness. She is plus attack. So one of these will be fed to my Lucina. That's really great. And getting back to this lucky question from Danilo, I'd love to see Dancing Claude. Dancing Marianne would be great. Laura Shell would be amazing. And I think that Elise would be a great choice too. But thank you for that very lucky question. And the next one that we have today comes from Wow, It's Portal. And they ask, what is your favorite Legend of Zelda game? So this has actually changed over time for me. For a while I thought it was Wind Waker, but after thinking about it, I really think that my most favorite is probably Ocarina of Time. And part of that is nostalgia because not only was it my first Zelda, but it was like my first real video game experience. Oh! It's Benny. That's amazing. I'm so happy to see him with his little birds. Let's check his IVs. And he is plus defense. I assume he is very tanky, so that's probably very good. But we will just keep going. And getting back to this lucky question from Wow, It's Portal. Ocarina is probably my favorite, partly for nostalgia, but also because I feel like it's just a masterpiece of a game that still holds up to this day. Part of it is because there was just that sense of wonder. It was my first real full video game that I experienced as a kid. And I remember learning all those songs and getting out my guidebook and kind of figuring things out. It was really hard for me because I was young. But yeah, I'd have to say Ocarina is my favorite, but I love Wind Waker too. But thank you for that very lucky question. And the next one that we have today comes from Peaches, Pearls, and Pigs. And they ask, what are your other Three Houses ships other than Marianne and Dimitri? I think the other big ones for me are Caspar and Hilda. They're just so much fun together. Probably Lysithea and Linhart, just because they have a very good ending if you pair them. And alternatively, I do like Petra and Caspar because I feel like it really gives them a lot of depth to their characters, and I really enjoy their interactions. And I really like it. And the only other one is probably Claude and Byleth. But thank you for that great question. And the next one that we have today comes from BA Radiant Dawn. And they ask, if you could choose any Fire Emblem voice actor that you would like to interview or talk with, who would it be? Oh gosh, I would be so nervous. I don't think that I could actually do it. But the ones that I would love to talk to would be probably Joe Zija, Chris Hackney, Matt Mercer, and Zach Aguilar. They're all so talented. But thank you for that great question. And this next one that we have today comes from Eldigan Dark. And they ask, out of the FE4 Valhalla trio, which one is your favorite? And which of the alts is your favorite to use in combat or art-wise? Okay, so my favorite, hands down, is Sigurd. I actually love them all, but Sigurd is actually my favorite male character from FE4. I loved him as soon as I met him when I played FE4. And this is a boring answer, but I feel like his OG version is probably my favorite. Every time that I pull red, I am just like hoping beyond hope that he's going to be there as a 4-star special, because I would love to plus 10 him at some point. So I would have to say regular old Sigurd. I love him. But thank you for that great question. And the next one that we have today comes from Yummy Detergent. And they ask, what is your favorite Disney movie? This probably isn't very surprising. I love Disney. I love princesses. Oh. It's Sumia. That is a pull. Okay. If you haven't seen my videos before, I am not a Sumia fan, but that is fine. She is minus attack. But I'll take it. So to get back to your question, Yummy Detergent, I love Disney movies and princesses, and my favorite is probably Tangled. I think the music is great, and I just love Rapunzel's positivity. So yeah, that would be my answer. But thank you for that great question. And the next one that we have today comes from Philip Puente. And they ask, which season would you prefer to see Natasha get in Alton, even if it's an abandoned one like Picnic or Hot Springs? I would have to say Halloween. Oh my goodness. We got a regular Byleth. That is an amazing pull because I'm low on DC and Ruptured Sky. Let's check IVs. And he is plus HP. I will take that. So we will just keep going. And getting back to Philip's lucky question, I would love to see a Halloween Natasha. It is my favorite holiday. I'd love to see her in like a cat costume. I know we kind of sort of did that with Sakura a couple years ago, but you can never have too many cats. I think it would be adorable, and I would love to see it. But again, thank you for that very lucky question. And the next one that we have today comes from JD. Oh my goodness! We got Nifl. Oh gosh, I love that art so much. Okay, let's check IVs. And she is plus res. To be honest, I really don't remember her IV spread, but I will absolutely take that. And we will just do a little bit more. Hopefully we can get a Nyx. And getting back to the next question from JD Roxas, what is your favorite FE game? Definitely FE7, purely for nostalgia. And I have a similar question from Bread God, and they ask, what are your top 3 games in the series, and who are your favorite characters from those games? Okay, so for FE7, my favorite is Sarah. She's one of my favorites in the entire series. For Sacred Stone, which is my second favorite, it's obviously, oh my goodness! We got another Orochi. I am so happy to see her. Okay, let's check IVs. And she is plus HP, so that'll be a merge. And getting back to this very lucky question, Sacred Stones is my second favorite FE game, and like to nobody's surprise, my favorite's La Rochelle. She's probably my favorite in the entire series. And my third favorite is probably Conquest, and my favorite character from that game is definitely Xander. But thank you for that very lucky question. And the next one that we have today comes from Panda Mama. And they ask, do you like female Byleth or male Byleth? Oh my goodness. It's Nyx. That is an amazing pull. All right, let's go ahead and check IVs. And she is plus speed. That is amazing for her. So I feel like we should be efficient. Let's pull this colorless. And then we'll do like 2 pulls after that, and then we'll spark. But getting back to this lucky question from Panda Mama about if I prefer female or male Byleth, that's tough because I think I like the design for female Byleth a little bit more, but male Byleth is voiced by Zach Aguilar, and he's so talented, and I love anything that he does. So I feel like for design purposes, probably female Byleth, but I really like the voice acting for male Byleth as well. Not to say that female isn't great too. They did a good job. But thank you for that very lucky question. Okay, let's see if we can get another Nifl. Okay, Smoke. And we end with a Robin. All right, so we're at our 40. We'll back out. And I have no idea who to pick, but we will figure this out. So I'm really happy with my Nyx, so I probably don't need her. I should not take Orochi, even though I'd like to. I feel like Nifl might be the best choice. Yeah, let's do that. There are so many good characters, it's so hard to choose. Gosh, I wish all banners could be like this. Yay! Oh, this is such a great feature. And we got the thing. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and end things here. I got everything that I was wishing for on this banner, and I am just so happy with how this turned out. I hope that your tickets also brought you everything that you were looking for, and if you have not pulled yet, I wish you the best of luck. Again, thank you so much to everybody that submitted questions. I appreciate the support so much. And as always, thanks so much for watching, and have a wonderful day.